Hello everyone, and welcome to the third episode of the STFU GameCast. As you can see, we'll be playing ActRaiser as it slowly wobbles its way onto the screen. Gotta show off that Fat Mode 7 effect. As you can probably tell from my voice, or maybe not, I'm probably in no shape to be doing this. I have a sore throat, a cold, and about what I would estimate to be about 7 gallons of phlegm gurgling around in there, but it's been a while since I've cast one of these, and I know the longer I don't do it, the more I will put it off, so it's time to man up and do another game cast. First I gotta name the master here. In honor of my my quasi-nephew's upcoming second birthday, we'll give James the Duke here. Okay, so anyway, if you're not familiar with ActRaiser, I will go through it briefly. You basically play God, although you're not called God, you're called a master. And some evil monsters and demons have taken over the world, so it's time for you to man up, get your followers back, and go kick some demon ass. First, let's speed up this message thing, because I'm impatient. Beautiful. This is the Sky Palace. This is basically your HQ, although honestly you don't spend much time here. But this is where you survey the world. Let's take a look at it. Oh, well, we can't. There's monsters here. Fine, we'll go kill the monsters. This game is a hybrid of two genres. It is the, as you'll see here, it starts off as a 2D action platformer. Think Castlevania, Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts, whatever, that kind of thing. And then it will switch to God mode, where you kind of play a SimCity-like thing, where you get your followers to build up their little towns and give you a nice flock to watch over. As you can tell right off the bat, the music in this game is pretty damn awesome. Unfortunately, I'll be talking over it, so you won't be able to appreciate it, but believe me, it's great. If you ever get a chance and you're bored on YouTube, check out the soundtrack in its various forms. I believe you can also find the orchestral version. They actually did a full orchestra version of the soundtrack, which is superb, so check that out. As you can see, it is not a terribly original 2D platformer. You know, you're just a dude with a sword jumping around. The controls are not airtight. You know, it's a passable 2D action game. The heart of this game you're going to see is the God mode. But this definitely gives you a nice palate cleanser. It gets you a little break from all the little arrow shooting and people guiding just to go around and beat things in the face with a sword, which is a nice change of pace. Let's see what we got here. I don't want health apple. I don't need. What the hell? All you can do is jump, swing a sword, and cast magic, and I don't even have magic yet. Now here's the first boss, who I'm hitting before the bell even starts, because, you know, just because you're God doesn't mean you can't cheat. Apparently this douchebag centaur with the lightning spear is the first boss you will fight. As you can see, he has a fairly simple pattern. You can still walk into him. If you're feeling cowardly like I am, if you walk all the way to the left here and duck, he can't hit you, so that's a free victory for you if you don't feel like taking a risk. But he is not too tough, and we will mow him down post-haste. Now, theoretically, we have cleared the land of monsters, and now our people can move in here. So it's time to go back to the old Sky Palace, shoot down a few citizens, one male and one female, of course, and play some romantic music, and let them get to screwing, so we can rebuild a base of worshippers. The more worshippers I have, the more hit points I have. It's a beautiful thing. Alright, get in there. Go put some Marvin Gaye on and get cracking. I'll be using my little cherub avatar while I'm out here. I'm going to skip over all the text, by the way. You're going to have to forgive me, but this game is actually fairly long, so I'm going to try not to drag it out. This will also probably be a two-part series. Alright, let's take a look here. Okay, now, every once in a while they'll say, it's unexpected, but our people in Fillmore have something to tell you. This happens like 1,000 times, so I don't know why it keeps telling me it's unexpected. Alright, they can't build because of the bushes. So we're going to do what every god does with his beautiful planet, and that is obliterate it. But first, let's get these people to close up these monster layers. See these little, looks like the Batman symbol? That's where the monsters come out of, and monsters are dicks, so let's get rid of them. However, you can only shoot down the monsters themselves. You cannot seal the lairs on your own. You need your people to do that for you, so you gotta steer them in the right direction. But while they're steering in that direction, the monsters will try to eat them. Okay, let's get rid of some bushes here. Here's my list of miracles. We got the lightning, rain, sunshine, wind, and earthquake. My magic is in the top right-hand corner there, the SP. I've only got 20, so right now all I can really manage is the old lightning. Let's see what that does to these evil bushes. As you can see, the best way to deal with maintenance is to cause forest fires. Seems like a bit of a bad lesson to be learned, but the people do need land to go and provide for their families. Now, the monsters can't do anything to me, really. They can lower your health, as you saw. And if you run out of health, you can't shoot your arrows until the next time cycle, which is shown by the hourglass up there. But, if you run out of health, well, actually, let's show you what happens when the white dragon's loose. See? Pretty fucked up. They will rebuild the house, though. These people are plucky and stubborn. They will not be held down by a couple of horrible, horrible lightning accidents. Bat. What do we got now? They've mastered the skill of hunting animals, so now they can close the monster lairs. I don't know how one gets from hunting rabbits to stealing the lairs of evil demon bats, but these guys are quick learners. Now that lair is closed for good. And good riddance, I say. I found a strange statue. Well, I'll pick up their offerings a little later. I'm gonna try to make this as efficient as possible while still at least remotely explaining what's going on. Now they've cleared that one up, there's no reason to have to keep going in that direction right now. Your best bet when you first go to a new land is to simply close all the lairs as quickly as possible and not worry about putting together a pretty town. Once all the monsters are eliminated, then you can build all the town you want and have them crank out houses in peace and harmony. I'm getting aggressive now. He smells those sweet adobe houses and he wants to nuke them. As you can see, the houses they build now are a little crude, a little old-fashioned. The more layers you clear away, the better houses they'll make. Oh, we got ourselves a psychic here. It's a plot point, of course. But every city in this game progresses the same way. You land in there, clear all the initial monsters out, you start building a town, and all your citizens find something weird and horrible in the darkness, and then you have to go down and destroy that to... Oh, you almost got him! You have to go out and save your people for good. Boy, they are going bananas over here. We should get rid of this second bat lair pretty soon. Uh-oh. Oh, you set a fire and I have to go fix it? How about a little fire safety? I don't have the magic to cast fire water, I don't think. Alright, I got some better houses now. Well, they are my followers. I should probably put the fire out. There you go. Kind of reminds me of my old college living days when we'd have 19 electric devices plugged into a single multi-socket, and we were always just, a hair's breadth away from Raging Inferno. So I do feel some sympathy to these fine people. He had like his toaster and his iPhone and those other crap plugged into one little hopeless octopus plug, and soon the fire erupted. We got a decent little town coming up. As you can see, the second tier of houses are popping up. That's some log cabin action. And our population total has hit the high enough where I gained a level. I gained 1 hit point on my life bar, and more magic points, so... Or miracle points, I guess. Or they're called SP. Special, I guess. It's best to just eliminate all the junk, like trees and bushes and everything, whenever you have them on the points, just to kind of speed things along. And we got a little cornfield there. At first you grow corn, later on you can upgrade it to wheat. But, we're in a humble origins right now. Magic power radiating a big rock. Let's take a look at that. I do believe this is the rock in question, so let's obliterate it. And all you have is a hammer. You hit that hammer. Let's see what we got. Magic token. Well, we'll wait till they get the other item and then we'll collect all my bounty. Now you see there's a river over here. It's going to be hard to get to this white dragon, so these people got to learn how to make some bridges. Just because I'm God doesn't mean I can teach people everything. They got to learn on their own. Yeah, I don't want to be one of those helicopter parents that has to tell everybody how to do everything. Let's get rid of this bat lair. See, White Dragon should have gone out north there. I wasn't looking. You could have had yourself a free house smashing. Alright. Okay, we found a strange bow and arrow. Oh, see, these people talk a lot. Like every time one of these guys is like a bunion, they gotta call you in. Ah, here we go. Bridges. That seems like as good a time as any to go over here and kill us some White Dragon. Let's take a look at the offerings these people have been yammering about. Okay, Strength of Angel. This allows me to beef up my arrows for a limited period of time. You basically kill every monster in 1 or 2 hits. The bomb obliterates every monster on the screen, but of course you can only use it once. Take that. Bridge, we can use that to teach bridge building to another civilization. We'll need that. And Magical Fire is a power I can use while I'm in the platforming sequences. So we'll take that. So that's a pretty good haul from my people of Fillmore. Oh, I probably should have mentioned, this is the first city, the city of Fillmore. Fillmore, of course, is also the name of a president, and would be an awesome name for a male porn star, which I am trademarking here and now, if that is possible. I don't plan on doing porn, but I want that in my back pocket in case it comes to that. I think Fillmore would be the good first name, and then you could put some funny noun in the surname. Send your suggestions to my comment box. Alrighty. Well, as it always seems to happen in this game, whenever you seal the last monster lair, all of a sudden people are like, hey, wait a minute! I think there's a dark, incredible evil here in the land, so we have to go take care of that. I believe it's a big dumbass minotaur. Before we do that, though, I think I'll milk the civilization here for a few more hit points. Now they can build the level 3 houses. These are the real swanky jobs. And the nicer the houses are, the more people they can fit inside. Now I know what you're thinking, because you're dark and twisted like me. You're thinking, hey, can we get rid of these old crappy houses and have them build nice ones in their place? Oh, you can. You sure can. It's best to do that all at once. Here we go. So I'll show you the best way to do that in just a bit. But right now, we have to go fight us some evil. So we'll go back to the old Sky Palace. Which sounds like a place the WNBA would play. Now we're going to go fight the monsters here, and obliterate them once and for all. First, I guess I'll equip my new magic. Although I don't have any magic points, so it's not really going to help much. Well, actually, let's hear the awesome ooh sound when you go into the monster lair. Yeah, here it comes. Yeah, that's the stuff. As you see, we're going back to our statue form. Ah, flying bats. Where would video game designers be without them? I guess if you had this one game, one Achilles heel for this game, it is the monster design. It's really rather uninspired, you know, bats, caterpillars, douchebags with knives, that kind of thing. But I think the 2D platforming segments are solid. You know, they're not, you know, gonna make you forget Castlevania 4 or anything, but they get the job done. They certainly look great and have that great music, so that kind of helps speed it along. Hey, oh, that's not cool at all. Alright, let's pretend I didn't do that. If I had magic, I would unload it on you people. Magic points, I should say, are accrued by getting scrolls, which you will find in the city building portions. People always seem to find them when they're out, like, farming or on a boat or something, but sadly we have not uncovered any yet. I probably could have waited and found some, but I've been patient, so what are you gonna do? You may be wondering, why do they call this guy the Master when it's clearly God and he's performing miracles and saving people and destroying the Satan equivalent and bringing light to the land? Well, back in the old 16-bit days, Nintendo was a bit hairy about the old overt religious themes and blood and sex and all that crap, so that was all a no-go. The fans of Final Fantasy IV, for example, which is most of us, or 2 as it was called here in the States, will probably remember that, oh boy, we are very close to death. You'll probably remember that Final Fantasy IV was absolutely stuffed to the gills with biblical allegory, but, Nintendo was like, ooh, so they had to kind of fudge everything up in the translation, so, the Babel Tower became the Tower of Bab-Il, which is one of my all-time favorite censorships right there, by the way. The holy spell became white, and basically anything that was even remotely, vaguely sort of religious was yanked out of there like a bad tooth. Is there a healing apple around here? Oh boy, did I need that. Falling spikes. A classic. So yes, instead of God, we have the Master. And instead of fighting, we have some generic Minotaur guy. Now, you could fight this guy skillfully, I'm sure, but I'm lazy and I don't care. So the old battle attrition thing works. He'll hit you once every 8 times you hit him, and before you know it, he's dead. So, not God here, the Master, has successfully declared all the enemies from Fillmore. This land is now safe-ish, and people can build their homes here in peace unless I decide to burn them down. And the game does keep score, which I kind of like. It's even though this game is kind of like the new vibe of, the score doesn't matter so much. They still throw it in there for the old school fans. All right. Oh, unfortunately, the guy died, so we only have the Adam and Eve. We're just down to Eve, but fishing trade. See, they found an MP right after I killed the boss. Well, thanks for nothing. A little boat going on out there. Now we're going to kill a little time here while they build up so I can get some more population under my belt. I guess now, since we're in a bit of a doldrum, we will talk about the series of ActRaiser. This game was one of the very early titles for the Super Nintendo, if I remember correctly, and I probably don't. And it was a great way to showcase kind of the flashy new graphics and sound of the new system. And I think the game's great legacy, though, is that, this is unique. You combine a 2D platformer with a city-building game almost. It's, you don't really see anything else quite like it. Strangely, when the success of the game led to a sequel, the sequel did not feature the city-building portions. ActRaiser 2 was just the 2D action portion of the game. It sold far fewer copies than the original did, as you might imagine, as the fans were less than pleased with the game's new direction. And I never really got what they were going for there. I mean, your one hook of the game was this. This was what made it different than every other, 2D hack and slash game out there, and I don't know why you would take that out. I'm sure they did some test marketing, and, the guys were like, I don't want to fly around as a fat little cherub. I want to slash monsters, but I think maybe they missed the forest for the trees there. But what's done is done. There's always talk of resurrecting the franchise, as there always is whenever something once made money, no matter how long ago it was, but as far as I know, there's nothing in the pipelines yet. You can purchase this game on the Wii Virtual Arcade, I believe, or whatever it's called, but otherwise this game is pretty much a curio now. I never owned this game myself. My buddy owned it, and I borrowed it pretty extensively. Hey, see, now they're finding all the MP I needed. Better take them. Each one of these allows me to cast a spell once per action sequence, so they're quite useful. Magic is a badass monster boss killer in this game. It's your ace in the hole, so you'll be relying on it pretty heavily. Alright, enough of this crap. Let's go to the next Shattered World. Blood Pool. Well, that sounds great. Let's do this. Oh, Mode 7 zoom-in sequence. I can't quit you. This is where we're going to spread my next legion of followers. Let's see what we got. Well, you can see why people would want to live here, seeing as it's a shit-encrusted purple hellhole, but maybe we can turn it around for them. This is one of the few songs in the game I don't like. It sounds kind of like evil circus music, but, you know, nobody's perfect. Ah, the fallen logs. Yeah, this game, this 2D action part of the game hits pretty much every trope square on the head. I mean, they don't miss a thing. Got here a half apple. That gives you some of your health back, but not all. As you can see, I'm not terribly good at this game. You know, I get hit by damn near everything. But as you can also see, you can kind of get away with that because the action sequences are short enough and they give you enough healing items where you can just sort of muddle through without any particular skill at the game. In my defense, and I will admit I'm just not that great at this game, but I am playing this with a Xbox 360 controller using the D-pad, and the D-pad on that controller was made by a mental patient. It is just horrible. It's in the wrong spot, and it's awkward, and it's probably going to hurt my thumbs later, but I tried playing with the analog stick, and it led to all kinds of controller issues, so we're just going to stick with old reliable here. Speaking of annoying and mental patient-y, here's this guy. He's not what you would call a hard boss, he's just a pain in the ass to have to keep tracking down. Whoops. You can only hit him when he comes in the area, and then he runs back over here. You can chase after him, but that leads almost inevitably to you jumping at him, getting hit by a fireball, and falling into the pool of purple crap, which of course is instant death, so it's best to just play in the safe route and get the free kill. But yeah, this game does have a few annoying boss encounters, and it makes you wonder why tell your people to just, you know, go live somewhere else. If you really want to live here in Bloodpool, you know, we can say, hey kids, we're going to Bloodpool! Oh boy. I should probably stop walking into that. I don't have to, I got plenty of health. I don't have to be any good. I'm just gonna jump after him there for the dramatic effect, but I knew, in my heart of hearts, I was gonna take a jump in the drink, so we'll play it safe. Now, of course, it wouldn't be that exciting if Bloodpool had the same problems as Fillmore did. Excuse me. See what I mentioned about the phlegm? So, what they have is a terrible swamp problem. Now I can see getting rid of a swamp. Getting rid of the bushes seemed kind of tacky. It was like, you know, they give the place a little flavor, but I would not want to live in a marshland either, so I guess I'm with them on this one. So you gotta use sun to clean up the marshlands. But first, well, let's see where the nearest monster lair is. Yeah, they don't know how to build bridges yet, so we'll go over this way. I bet I could teach them, though, if only I had an item to do so. Actually, you know what? Let's get them on the move. Take care of my bat problem, people. That will bring up Mr. Sunshine. Look at that. It's a nice clean land to work on. Now you get your SP back, as I mentioned, by either the time rotating over or killing the monsters, so to make this as smooth and fast as possible, I'm just going to keep pumping out the sun as soon as I get the 30 MP. These little red dragons, they're a little different than the white dragons. They blight fields as opposed to hurting your citizens. I presume that has some negative effect on population growth. I don't really know, to be honest, but seems like kind of a dick thing to do, so I'm going to try to stop them if I can. And you can see the red dragons have a lair over here that I can't even seem to get to. It's really quite unfair. Uh-oh. That's right. You came to me about your son Teddy wandering off. These people bother you about pretty much just any damn thing. But wouldn't you know, Teddy actually becomes a plot point in this land of blood pool. All I need to know from Teddy right now is if he knows how to clean up monster layers. Ah, stupid bat. Now, you may have guessed just by looking at this thing, that looks kind of like an evil monster fortress, but, you know, people won't figure that out for a while. Alright, we got horses. Looking good, boys. Looking good. Let's melt away some of this swamp. Hopefully the sun comes out on a nice clean patch. As you can see, every civilization has to reboot at level 1, so we're back to the crappy little mud houses. No offense if you... Well, maybe they were teepees? I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, what we got? We don't know how to build bridges. See, I like that. They know what a bridge is, they just don't know how to build one. A little bit strange, but don't worry guys, I've got that knowledge right out here the old hat. So we've heard about this item. It's called a bridge? What does one do with this bridge? We know how to build homes and seal monster lairs and plant crops, but putting a piece of wood over a strip of water, just not sure about it. No, I understand bridges are more complicated than that. I'm not trying to impugn our nation's engineers, but if it comes down to getting white dragons from coming over to eat my family, I'd learn how to build a damn bridge. Well, these guys are going to be hard to keep an eye on when the monsters come. But we'll deal with that when we get there. Alright, we got the wheat now. I can get the secret from them, which I will in a little bit. Wheat completely supplants corn in this game once you learn how to make it, which always sounds a little strange. You think you'd, you know, go for a mix. You want some wheat and some corn, but apparently wheat kicks corn's ass, and once you know how to build wheat, there's no going back. Apparently this game, unlike the US, does not have a powerful corn lobby preventing us from enjoying the fine taste of high wheat corn syrup or its equivalent. What's the other red? Here it is. Alright, get rid of these white dragons. That'll be a load off my mind. Boom. Love it. Alright, we're up to level 3 houses already. That's good. Another nice thing about clearing a monster lair is I believe it gives you all your SP back so you can keep pumping out them sunbeams. Oh, we're gonna have one corn patch here. I kind of like that. I suppose I could upgrade it with the wheat item, but you know, I'm gonna leave that one guy holding out for his corn there. What happened? Oh no. Teddy's off wandering the wilderness. Oh, see? I like that. Proactive. Now Fillmore can make wheat. I don't have to go and teach them. Which I rather actually appreciate. But we do have the titty situation. Let's take care of old Teddy Bear. I hear he's a loaf of bread aficionado, so let's grab some of that. I'm going to take some wheat while we're here. There he is, the little devil. Where do you think you're going? Your mom made you some nice bread and you're here wandering off in Blood Castle. There he goes. As you can see, there's evil doing. There's doings a transpiring. And that Teddy, unlike most of his idiot townsmates, is already on the job trying to figure out what's going on. He found a magic skull, which is very handy. He'll take some more wheat. The magic skull is a kick-ass powerful item that allows you to destroy a monster lair without having your people go to it, and as you can see right here, is the only way to get to this one. So if you don't mind... Oh, thank you very much. It's time to nuke the little dragons. And now Blood Pool becomes regular pool. See, now your town has a dumb name. You have to come up with something else like Blue Pool or Lake Pool. Alright. And you see the fishermen are pretty much the coolest guys in this game. They find magic scrolls every damn place. And here's a little bonus trick. Now that the blood pool is runneth over, you can flood it a bit. And they'll find another doodad in there. So if you don't mind me, I'm going to help myself. An extra life, so you get 1 extra life for every action sequence. And a new spell, Magical Stardust, which is way, way better than the old one. So that's a pretty nice coup there. The reason I'm not taking a bunch of weed or all the bombs I get is, even though this guy is God, he has very limited storage space. God has not figured out inventory management yet. So you can only carry 8 items at a time. So rather than burden myself with a bunch of bombs and Cupid arrows, I'm going to let the townspeople hold on to them for a while. You're not really going to need those items until the last couple of towns when it gets really hairy. I got a feeling they're going to talk to me about this. Alright, that's the bomb. I believe they're going to send an expedition over to the castle to see if maybe, just perhaps, the giant ominous castle overlooking the blood pool may be a source of evil. And you know what? I think it may be right. Oh, look at them. Little grumpy gusses. That guy fell over for no particular reason. There they go. A brave sea voyage. Here they go. Now it's taking a while, so... Actually, you know what? Let's put the sun on him. Let him know that God's looking out for him. Get yourself a nice day on deck. Get a nice tan. Come home and impress your lady friends. Get rid of that disgusting nature. Now I got a funny feeling their trip to this castle is going to end in tragedy. But let's see if they wave their arms as silly ninnies as they go in there. There you go, boys. Or girls, or whatever you are. Oh, yeah, this is a nice part of town. These are the level 3 houses. Yeah, the the crappy. Well, of course you're unhappy. You're living in like a little, house made out of clay. Look at these people down here. They got these big swanky purple houses with the wheat fields and everything. Alright, enough of this pussyfooting around. It's time to go fight some evil. Let's pick up the new Magical Stardust magic. And see how it works down here at the old blood pool. I love that sound. Looks like we're storming from the evil castle here. I kind of like how they make the level fit the thematic design of the lair. One time you're climbing a big tree, the other time you're raiding the castle. That's a nice touch. Taking a rescue. That's an extra magic spell. That's a pretty good item, so that was worth the gamble. Well, we'll find out if it was worth the gamble, I guess. Alright. Unfortunately, that extra magic use is only for this particular level, but still, it's certainly nothing to sneeze at. Yeah, I just hit that guy behind me by swinging forward. I'm God, don't question it. dark. Ouch. An apple. Also, it's kind of strange that in a game that's a Christian allegory, or at least based on Christian monotheism, that the apple is the item that heals you as opposed to corrupting you. I guess as long as you have the iconography in there, it doesn't really matter what the method is. Those are gonna fall. You just know. I mean, they're hanging by chains, but apparently not attached to anything. So. There's an item over here. Yeah, I thought so. Oh, magic spell. I'm gonna whoop some boss butt tonight, that's for sure. The obligatory weird on and off lightning doodads. The jumping slimes in the nice touch there. It's probably gonna be an item over to the left here if I know my video game design. That spike looks pretty spiky. I think we're gonna take our chances without it. Now when you die, you don't get your spells back, so if you're worried about dying in the middle of a boss fight, it's best not to whip out the old magic. You have 4 extra lives, so you can always just come back with a fresher health bar and try it then. Of course, you could save your game, but I don't do that. These STFU casts, they are live and in effect. There's no save stating here. These are played as they go, for better or worse. And it could be for worse, as we're about to find out. But whatever happens here, for good or ill, it happened. I'm not even playing defense. That's how cocky I am. Alright, we got the evil wizard, man. But to let you know, he's not some generic evil wizard. I believe he's also a lycanthrope, so he's got a couple things going. I like his nice purple robe. It's a nice touch. Just kind of your classy, well-dressed villain. He only knows 2 spells. That's a little, here he comes. Let's see how he deals with the old, raining stardust here. He does not care for that. Well, it's too bad. I don't get any points for bringing him home, so I'm just gonna let him rip, buddy. I'm sorry. But I like it they put the full moon out there, so yeah, it's a nice touch. And Blood Pool has been cleared of both blood and monsters. It is now a high-quality family living community where you can feel free to take your children without worrying about them being eaten. All right, feel like Teddy. He's a proactive cat. Oh man, people are pissed off, and unfortunately, I do not have the cure for what ails them right now. So. It's time to take my offerings and get the hell out of here. Sorry, I know this is when you people need me most, but, tough shit. It's time to go to the desert. Now, when I think of a place that you can build a thriving community, it's a giant arid desert filled with monsters. So it makes perfect sense that this is where we're going to choose to lay our next flag. But of course, the game developers, had to have the obligatory desert level. I mean, what's the point of making a video game if you don't have a damn desert level? And you're thinking, well, what about the ice level? Oh, don't you worry, my friend. There will be a lava level. There will be an ice level. There's already had the forest level. They don't miss a beat here at old ActRaiser. The only thing they don't have is like the level where you're small and everything's big, but that doesn't really fit the theme, I guess. You stupid flying fire thing, you're really cheesing me off. I say you're going down. Oh, we got a little tentacle thing going here. Man, rough desert. We got here. Healing apple. That's just what the doctor ordered. Now the tentacles, I believe, are a foreshadowing of the future boss. So I believe it's a giant plant thing, which maybe it's a different level. I can't remember. Nah, this one's the giant dune-style sandworm. Sorry, I haven't actually played this in a while. This is actually me coasting on both muscle and just regular memory about what I remember from the game. I haven't, you know, really played this game to get back in shape, so... I think I do own it on the Wii, so I did play it, you know, maybe a year ago or something. So it's not like I'm dusting off 15-year-old memory cells, but it has been quite a while. But I always come back to this game, even though it does not scream replayability when you look at it. You're like, oh, okay, you build the same damn town every time. I guess it's because the game has its own unique style and genre that kind of gives it some freshness. And count me in if anyone actually does make a sequel to this, but for God's sakes, put the city building back in. Just make another stupid 2D guy with a sword game. Ah, I love that plunge. Now it's time to fight us. Big bad. Alright, we can go away. Thank you. Apple. See, I mean, they give you so many healing items in this game, it's almost hard to die. Ah, eat Stardust. As you see, the Stardust item isn't terribly useful against him because he spends half his time on the ground. Oh, there it goes. Never mind. Ah, magic. So you don't have to fight the boss yourself. I love it. Well, now we've cleared this giant, crappy sand trap of monsters and so on, so let's dump some citizenry on board. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Let's pretend it's, the lottery people? No, they probably don't call. Could you please send the rain? We just realized this is a farking desert town. I'm not sure what we were drinking when we came to live here, but, as you can see, we're back with the usual Dragons of Doom. But now they've cleverly hidden the monster layers inside the sand, which I think is pretty slick. But we're going to, before we send the people out there to get eaten, we're going to clear the path for them. Ah, what the hell. Get them cracking. You can see if you really desperately need MP, you can just sit there and pummel on bats while they get killed assembly line style. Hopefully once they seal this layer, I'll get my special points filled back up so I can make a more efficient clearing of this grimy topsoil. Uh-oh. Some people have wandered in the desert and died. Well, that's kind of what happens. Look at that poor bastard. Yeah, that's kind of what happens when you wander in the desert, you know, with no water or food. You just sort of, you know, die. But they're my people. They may not be the brightest bulb on the tree, but I guess it says a lot about me, my qualifications as deity when my followers are the dumbest people on this planet, but my god, they're my idiots. Alright, level 6. Nothing wrong with that. I found the old Cupid arrow enhancement doodad. Oh, I almost forgot. Are you people growing corn? What are you, filthy animals? We're a wheat society. Whoops. There you go. God, I can't take these people anywhere. Corn. What can you make with corn besides like 8 million things? Let's get rid of this little monster layer. And we'll cut a rainy path to our little drowned... Look at him. He looks so sad. Poor little guy. He was just wandering out there in the desert. Probably had some kind of death wish, and now he's there reminding all of us, except for me, of my own mortality. Somebody should write a song about that guy. You know what? I think they just might. Well, it's kind of funny that your people event music. It makes you wonder what the hell you've been listening to this whole time. Now you see the monsters get a little more annoying as the levels go on. Get a little more aggressive, a little friskier. This game always reminds me of the early days of the Super Nintendo, which I'm overtly fond of. I mean, you had Super Mario World, which right there, you know, pretty much, you know, seals the deal. It's a great system. Then you had this. I believe F-Zero was pretty early in the timeline. I mean, that was some pretty serious gaming. You know, nowadays these console launches are so sloppy. It's nothing but a bunch of rush jobs and ports and everything. But back then, you know, they kind of rolled out the red carpet a little. It was like, here's what the system can do. When you played F-Zero, and you're like, man, you can laugh at F-Zero now as looking like kind of old-timey, but man, that game was gangster in the back of the day. All right, let's go rescue the Desert Wanderer here and clear up this monster lair. That white dragon doesn't seem to be making his move yet. He's waiting. He's like, man, which one of these guys am I gonna... Whose house am I gonna obliterate? Maybe he's waiting for someone to build a nicer house. He's like, oh, these houses take like 2 minutes to build. I'm not bringing one of them. Oh, we got tents now. I think this kind of fits the desert climate. Get that dead guy out of the road finally. Bit of a health hazard. Alright, well he had an item, so I probably shouldn't talk so ill of him. I'm not gonna talk for a second, because this music is actually pretty great. This is probably my favorite music in the game. Just nice and chill. I think a lot of it, the reason I like it is because we get a little sick of the boop 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 music for, you know, 30 hours on end, so it's nice when they switch it up like this. So, you know, we're sad about the poor man that died in the desert, but he did inspire a pretty awesome song, so we appreciate that. I wonder what the theme of the song is. It's like, well, it's an allegory about, you know, not wandering off into the desert by yourself with no food or water like an asshole. Uh-oh. That pyramid does look a little shifty. People check in, but they don't check out of that pyramid. I do smell the dark hand of evil in there. Before we deal with that, let's get rid of the little red dragons here. Oh, look at him singing over there. That's nice. Alrighty. What a surprise! Yep. See if we can get you people a little more property here and crank up my HP a bit. You see this, it's a suspicious looking area over here. That will come into play a bit later. How come you guys are already worshipping me? I haven't killed the main monster yet. Let's see all the goodies they found for me. Ah, harmonious music. I think you already have a feeling where we're going to need that. Then we'll take another source of value. Oh, so you don't want it. Yeah, the translation of this game is not great. Even in the ending, there's going to be some rather choppy English, as they like to call it, so, you know, warning for that. Look at that. That's a nice classic level 3 housing right there. Let's put the sun on these guys. Let them show the God's looking out for them. As you can see, it's a little bird dude here, and he's got a rock there. That, of course, there's going to be a corresponding island later that's shaped just like that. And wouldn't you know it, on that rock there's going to be an uncoverable item. In fact, maybe the game's best item. So, there we go. Now, if I remember correctly, there's something in that pyramid you get if you earthquake it. So I'm going to build up to one more level, where I can cast the Almighty Earthquake spell and get my free stuff. Now, Earthquake has one other effect, and I suppose it's as good a time to talk about it as any. The Earthquake obliterates every house on the map that's not level 3. So, basically, all these little tents and Adobe tapey whatevers, they're going kaboom. I know, it's horrible. However, in their place, the people rebuild nice houses, meaning your overall population goes way up. So the game actually offers you incentive to completely obliterate all of your original tenants, leave them all dead in the bird rubble of their own homes, and then have them build much nicer places in their stead. Yeah, well, you know, God does no wrath. You know, it's risky business, and I do feel a little bad. I mean, these people were out here when it was a desert. They were braving the sand and the heat. And the dehydration, it was horrible. And how do I repay them? Knocking their houses down like the big bad wolf, but you know, that's just the way it is. I don't remember what the next population plateau was, but hopefully it'll be soon. Just don't go into the pyramid. I know I'm supposed to go in there and clear all the monsters out. Just keep knocking the houses together. Yeah, another wheat field or something. That'll help. Another thing, if you're a hardcore player of this game and you're like, oh my god, you're doing X. I don't know the optimal route to getting max population in this game. All I know is building all the roads you can and then setting off an earthquake. That's pretty much my strategy. There may be a more efficient route to building more homes, and if you know it, certainly put it in the comment section or whatever. You know, it's great to educate the less skilled players like myself about how to get down, but I should get close to full health by the time this is over. My strategy is certainly enough to get you most of the way there. I don't know every single trick in the book. Alrighty. This can be it. This is my level up. Alright. Okay. Folks, I'm seriously sorry about this. I know you people are brave and all that, but here comes the pain. Oh god, that's horrible. I love how they mentioned the jewel and not the hundreds of people that were just horribly, horribly killed. They had to give their lives so I could get an extra one. I am a bad, bad, bad man. Alright, that's enough of that. I guess I can make it up to you by wiping out the terrifying monsters that have been eating your families. Seems like the least I could do at this point. And of course, there'll be a nice little pyramid motif going here. Okay, so there's one thing game designers just can't resist is busting out the Egyptian thing. Particularly the pharaohs. Gotta have pharaoh heads and mummies and all that crap. As you think about it, I guess this does sort of fit the biblical vein of the game. I've come here to tell the evil floating pyramid heads, excuse me, pharaoh heads, pyramid heads would be Silent Hill, to let my people go, or at least stop letting them go to your evil pyramid and then eating their faces. We got here. Another magic scroll. Don't mind if I do. Thankfully, the pyramid still has working elevators. Oh man, I'm probably gonna wish I killed that a little later. Let's be careful. We don't want to die a horrible, hilarious death in front of, you know, the dozens of people watching this. I'm actually kind of impressed I haven't died yet. I can always feel the tension, you know, when you're game casting. I'm like, oh boy. Yeah, see, there we go. At least I screwed up somehow. Do I risk falling down to get that item? Of course I do. It's an apple. Always risk your life for a healing apple. We got this little door here. We got an evil... what do you call those things? Hell, I don't remember. Thankfully, God is like a 10-foot vertical. You can just hop right over that crap. Just spits an arrow out of his mouth. I love that. Little asp action. Man, this was really hitting all the high points of Egyptian tropism. It's really nice. It's a hidden from safety down here. Look at that. That's classic Castlevania right there, you know, waiting by the ledge to push him on. Oh, here's the game's best trap, I think. Yeah, this thing actually slides you down right to that pit of spikes, and not only that, but the platform that you have to ride out of here actually goes into the spikes itself, so if you jump on it on the way down, it's horribly fatal. That's one of those things I'll never forget. I'll be on my deathbed, and, you know, I won't even remember my poor kids' names, but I'll remember, oh, wait a minute. Watch out in the pyramid section in ActRaiser. That bastard will get you. I'll just let him go over there. I think you're so clever. And of course, King Tut is here. I'll just shoot him with a Starfall spell. Hey, come on, no corpse camping. Oh, magic. Where would I be without you? Well, probably back at level 2 is probably where I'd be. And that is 3 lands. Cleansed of evil. God is on a roll, baby. Or the master. Excuse me. Unfortunately, all will not be well in this land for long. You betcha. They say you can take care of yourselves, but I got a funny feeling. Yeah. It's... As soon as I leave, there's a plague. There's just people lying dead on the road. Oh god, that's depressing. Look at them, they're just like twitching. Oh. Well. Clearly, you need your master here more than ever. So I will be leaving. Sorry. Let's go to a place where there isn't a plague, because quite frankly, this is disgusting. Yeah, I'll go to the land of Atos, or Itos, or something. This site doesn't really have much of a personality of its own, I don't think. Or is this the volcano one? Gotta have the volcano one. Oh, it's Volcano Land. There we go. Jungle, maybe? Hell if I remember. As you can see, the world of ActRaiser has really quite an ecosystem where, you know, within 20 feet of each other you have a jungle land, and then an ice palace, and then the desert. And now I'll be riding my chariot, which appears to be being pulled by 2 obese seagulls. It's the only way to travel, my friend. Pudgy seabirds. That's how you get around. I'm getting chewed up on here. I gotta watch out. We got a weird little birdman shaman thing there with a pile of leaves. Ah, floating skulls. I gotta be careful. I was what's screwing me up is I've been recently playing a lot of Binding of Isaac, and it has that 4-button shooting scheme, and I've been trying to do that with the Cupid to very little success, so I'm trying to keep my brain from killing me via muscle memory. I should do Binding of Isaac for one of these. It's a little different because it's not. It's a kind of a half-screen flash game, so it's not quite as conducive to it. But I'm sure I can think of something. But enough. We're on ActRaiser right now. Although strangely, both games have a weird religious vibe. Oh. Let's here we go. Points. I can't live on points. I'm not Pac-Man. Now, if I remember correctly, this boss is kind of a pain in the ass. Basically, the degree to which a boss is a pain in the ass in this game is depending on how much you actually have to fight him without just clicking the magic button. If a boss actually makes you do more than just, click the magic use button, then it's a pain in the ass. If I have to lift anything more than the most, basic of fingers, then you've already lost me. Is this the sea serpent thing? Yeah, this guy's a dick. See? Next to useless. I should have taken the fire here, but I didn't, so let's just, mash this out. Oh boy. This is not going well. We have to settle in for a grinder. I wish I had brought more hit points with me. Got him a few times, I mean. What I really need is the third magic spell, but unfortunately you can't get it unless you play, well, I guess I could have played the other land first, but now we're going to play this one reasonably by the book. The third spell, Magical Aura, is pretty much the greatest thing ever, but we'll get more into that when we get there. Again, there's probably a much better way to fight this guy, hopping on the different islands and chasing him down and whipping that dragon ass, but I'm a little scared of getting knocked into the drink, so I'm just going to stand here and take my medicine. God is nothing if not patient. It's a virtue. Boy, I am playing like ass. Get him over on the right. Alright, 2 more hits, come on. Oh, don't make me do this. Well, that was ugly, but we're not scoring on points here. Well, I guess we are scoring on points. With points, exactly. But the Irish German judge, we're going to give that one a 4, but to hell with her. The sea serpent is dead, and God lives on. Let's see what we got here in old Atos. Oh, we got a serious rock problem. We already know how to break those up, though, with the old lightning. I'm sure they'll tell me that anyway, because these people just love to talk. Well, first let's find the nearest... you sneaky devil. Look at you both. Oh boy. Now these skulls there are bad man pajamas. They take about 79 hits to kill, and they cause earthquakes when they settle down. Thankfully, they put this one right next door so you don't have to live with them very long. But in the later levels, you'll have to struggle a lot more to get rid of the scully bastards. Let's get them out of here as soon as possible. They also can charge into you and do a tremendous amount of damage. As I mentioned earlier, you can't be killed per se, but if you run out of health, you can't use your weapon until the next time cycle when you get some of your health back. And if you can't use your weapon, well, your people can be pretty much at the mercy of the critters. And that's no place to be. One perk about the skulls, they do give you a lot of magic points back when you clean them out, so that's nice. Okay, let's take care of those too. Looks like he doesn't do anything yet because there's nothing to earthquake. Hey, we got a little ranch or something going on there. Looking good, folks, looking good. Oh, you're right, this place has not been cultivated. God will not stand for having bushes in his worldview. Look at that sinister bastard. The funny thing is, I've always gone after the skull so ferociously that for a while I didn't even know they did anything. I thought they just charged at you. Then one day an earthquake was striking, and I'm like, hey, I didn't order that. And I turned around and the skull was just sitting on the ground with that dirty look on his face, like, yeah, I did that. Oh, see, there he goes. See, as you can see, he does a truckload of damage. He is not to be trifled with, Mr. Skull. Thankfully, we'll be getting rid of his brothers for now. We can all sleep a little easier tonight. What we got? A bomb. Oh no! Down to Eve and no Adam. I think Adam has a really bad mortality rate in this game. Then again, he has to populate an entire city by himself. Well, you think it would be harder on Eve than Adam. I think Adam would kind of enjoy it, but... He wants me to cry for him. Well, you know what? Cynical though I am, he did die attempting to build my power and my empire, so... I think a little rain is certainly in order. Yeah, throw those hands up. My pleasure. Hey, I wanted a prize for that. Tit for tat here. I can't just give out tears to every guy that dies. Because quite frankly, a lot of my citizens do die. What's we got here? Got, new quality houses. There we go, little cabins. Alright, windmills. That's when you know your place is classy. And we got horses? Alright, we got windmills and horses. This place is way better than the last one. No offense, Cassandora. All you have was boring-ass wheat. Oh, sorry. I was sitting there bitching about the wheat, and then you came and obliterated one of my cabins. I wonder if that horse is going to survive the inevitable earthquake. You know, animals always get a sense. Maybe he'll run off just in time. This is a pretty tricky dragon position. They got one in each corner. Come and swoop down and nuke some houses. I'll get rid of this one now. Alright, oh, the windmill's not working. See, that's pretty sad. Let's get that bad boy going. Wind also blows all the monsters off the screen, so that's kind of fun. It does cost 80 SP though, so that's a pretty heavy receipt, but... certainly in this case, with my people upset, definitely worth blowing the old windaroo. Let's do that again. I love it. I only got one windmill. You think you guys could keep it going? Well, let's see some more windmills out here, people. There we go. That's what we like to see. Oh, that one. Alright, he's going to the mountain. Yep. We'll just direct him over here to the last monster lair. Let's take a look at our mountaineering buddy. Yeah, go, buddy. Look, he doesn't have any tools or anything. He's just walking up there. Oh, sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I wanted to watch the guy climb the mountain. I forgot that there were still dragons here, and that you were probably going to go and destroy somebody's home. Come on, buddy. Yeah. When he waves his arms, you know it's good. Oh, another MP. Nice. We've now known how to make swanky sweaters. So let's take that sheep fleece. There's the MP. That's a nice little haul. As you might imagine, as I said earlier, there will be a ice level, or you know, a snow world if you want to call it. So we'll have to keep that fleece on hand. want people getting frostbite out there. Well, I don't like to look at that volcano. I hope there's no secret elder god in there that I'm gonna have to destroy. Well, why don't you tell me if there is? You guys always gotta tell me every damn thing. Okay, well, giant spewing fireballs raining everywhere seems like a good enough reason to go and fight the monsters, so, let's get to it. Now, jumping directly into a volcano is not normally recommended, but, when you're the master, a god, you can get away with it. Now it's time for the obligatory volcano level goodness. Oh, we got some fat, gremlin-looking dudes in here. Sorry, I thought that was going to fall. Instead, it results in a weird red thing popping out of the lava. Oh, flying eyeball clouds. Come back here. You're tricky with them. You're all trying to knock me back in the lava. I don't think I'm not hip to your schemes. Think I've never played Castlevania before? You think I've never played Ninja Gaiden, or Gaiden, or whatever it's called? I've been knocked by bats and whatever else into cliffs more than you can possibly imagine. Okay, I know there's lava down there, so you want to get across this as quickly as possible to one of these that will not go into the lava, like that platform. Lava is not good for your tender feet. Oh boy. Oh, you little sneak. Oh, alright, yeah, I see your game now. It's a clever game, I'll give you that. And I'll fall for it, what is that, the 5th time I just fell for that jump over the thing trick? I really have played this game before, I swear. I'm getting worn out here. I gotta find me some apple. That better be an apple over. We're coming home in, well, it's another magic scroll, that's good. Daddy needs some health. Boy, that's not gonna help. What's this? Oh, that's what I need. That's the stuff. Oh, it's the wheel in the sky, and he keeps on turning. But he will not for long. For the power of the falling stars, we'll whoop that ass. Way better than that serpent guy. That guy made me, like, do stuff. Well, we've cleared the first 4 islands, and that was going to be the first portion of my ActRaiser run, but I guess I'll do a little house cleaning while I wind the session down. First thing to do, of course, is to, now that you have the power of the earthquake spell, it's good to go back to the old cities and obliterate the holy shit out of them. Get your higher quality housing put in and get all your items powered in. You can have little people building here. Ah, look at that. Oh, look at that. Little chimneys. Not bad. Not bad. I don't recall any other secrets being in this level. Oh yeah, I can also, is that a camel? What the hell is that? Looks like 2 guys in a horse costume, but not actually a horse. Oh man, it's not gonna destroy the windmills when I cast the earthquake, is it? I'm kinda fond of those windmills. Now, if you go like this, you can actually complete the road work. I don't think it does anything for you, but you know, if you're OCD, it's nice to have a full road system. Hey, look at that. Much nicer. Now, let's find out. Well, it destroyed the camel pen, but the ram... Oh, it's probably a sheep. That makes sense. It's a ram. Oh, he just got eaten or something. Those will dun 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 dun. Hey, dun 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 dun. Hey, dun 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 dun. Hey. Oops. Sorry, need to give you guys some direction. They will not build on their own. You gotta make them drag them out to every corner of the globe. You can't just be like, okay guys, you're free, just go do what the hell you want. These people are not that bright. You gotta hold them by the hand for everything. Oh man, are they gonna get rid of the old charred remains of the old houses? Because that's gonna be really depressing. Imagine being a realtor, you had to come out here and be like, oh, I got a great place for your new home. There's suddenly a strange amount of openings in this district. Please ignore the piles of mortar and rubble and the strewn corpses. God wanted us to build nicer houses, and instead of asking, he just kind of destroyed us. At least we can still got on windmills. I was gonna make them go spinny again, but I don't have enough magic power. Which means that God in this case is not nearly as powerful as, say, Storm of the X-Men, but, you know. Wouldn't be a very challenging game if you were, like, you know, super omnipotent God, so you're just the master. Let's build these nice, pretty road systems. It boggles my mind that when they made the sequel to this game, they got rid of this. I mean, this was what made the game interesting. I mean, I'll admit that, you know, some people don't like this portion of the game, and I'm sure, you know, they did some focus group testing, and someone was like, well, that game was good except for the boring parts where you're a fat little cherub building cityscapes. You know, I want to kick some more demon ass. And, you know, I respect that. Everyone's got their own taste, but, you know, literally your game has one major hook that makes it interesting. You know, I think you want to ride it out to the grim death, but to drive the point home, this game sold about, I don't know, 600,000 copies, and the sequel sold about 150, so hopefully a lesson was learned by all parties. Unfortunately, the sloppy sales of the sequel pretty much put the franchise into coma. And that seems to be a running trend with the games I play here on the old GameCast. If you can divine a pattern from my playing choices. Basically, I like games that A, have great music, B, have kind of unique gameplay elements, and C, they're, I don't want to say, yeah, cult classic, I guess is the best way to put it. You know, I don't want to pretend that ToeJam and Earl and ActRaiser are like, you know, these black and white avant-garde French films that no one's ever heard of, because these games were pretty successful, but, you know, they're not the first game that springs to mind when people start, you know, talking about the old days. You know, not everyone has played ActRaiser. It's not as ubiquitous as a Super Metroid or or something of that ilk. And you know, Super Metroid's a better game. I'm not gonna lie, but you know, I think this game definitely deserves a lot of bonus points for presenting a mishmash of genres that few, if any, people have really tried before. I mean, there are definitely some similarities, like you know, SimCity, Populous, but this game definitely has a certain charm all its own. Oh, look at them building on the ashes of their fallen comrades. I don't think there's anything else I can do in this land. Just sitting here waiting for them to keep building their houses. I kind of miss the Cassandora music. Well, we're going to go back there to Bloodpool soon and deliver the great gifted music onto them, so we can change up the soundtrack. In fact, I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. We can't go to Cassandora and fix it yet. We don't have the healing herbs that they need to stop dying in the streets. Look at them, fussing and feuding. Come on, people. I give you the gift of harmonious music. Can't you tell what the man was feeling when he wrote this music? This song, it touches me in a special way. It's about a man who wanted to go into the desert. A man who was really, really stupid. And he didn't bring any food or water with him, but he wanted to go out there anyway. And he went out there, and he died. He was a very, very, very dumb man. but damn it, he was brave. And he inspired the nation's finest bards to pen this really nice little song about him. And so these people of Bloodpool that once were stabbing each other with nearby cutlery have learned to love each other based on the trials and tribulations of one desert wandering idiot. And so, idiot, I salute you. Well, I'm here, man. Get some more weed. Oh, so you don't want it? I suppose this is a good time to call this session to a close. I'll probably do some of the standing around watching the city build itself on the down low, and then we'll come back when I start level 5. So yes, I will be cranking out part 2 as soon as possible, and I hope you stay tuned for that. And yes, I will see you then.